guys, my name is Renee Kuhn and I am going to show you how to tape a thumb after it has been sprained. What I'm going to start off with is some pre-wrap. I like to start with pre-wrap, that way the tape just isn't directly on the skin, so it's easier for them to take the tape off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it through. Go over the wrist, below the carpals. Okay. So you would want to use inch tape, but I only have 1.5 inches. So what you're going to want to do first off is you're going to make 2 anchors. The first anchor I'm going to do is going to be at the wrist below the carpals. When you start off, you want to make sure some of the tape is on the skin, that way it holds in place. You don't want to make it too tight, so you don't want to make it too loose. Can I get this tape? So you're going to do one at the wrist, and then you're going to do one at the distal end of the thumb over the distal phalanx. Right now. So after you have done your 2 anchors, you're going to go ahead and do 4 split strips. You're going to start from the distal end of the thumb down to your lower ankle below your carpals at your wrist. And this is just going to be for stability. You want to make sure that you're holding them. You also want to make sure that their hand is in a relaxed position. This tape just isn't my friend today. And when you have the inch, it would be easier to place over one another. It wouldn't be as thick. You want to make sure that you're placing them a little over, but still covering more surface. And you would want to start from the injured side in. So after you have done the 4 split strips for the stability, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do another anchor, but you're going to lock in at the distal end of the thumb and back of the wrist again. Just holding it in place and more stability. So after you've locked it in, you're going to go ahead and do a thumb spica, and you're going to do it 3 times. You're going to start on the ulnar side of the wrist. The carpals. I'm going to bring it around the thumb. Down. And to the starting point. And this is going to keep the thumb in place so that it has less embolization. So we ran out of tape. and bring it around. Back. So you would do that 3 times, and the purpose of that is so that you are immobilizing the thumb. You don't want to be able to move the thumb that much, otherwise you are at higher risk for injuring it further, other than just a sprain. So this is how you would wrap a sprained thumb. Okay, so some exercises that you can do after you have a sprained thumb for rehabilitation are a thumb flex and extension. So what he's going to want to do is he's going to want to have his hand out like this and just bring his thumb down to the palm and back up. Go ahead and he would repeat this 15 times. Try to do it every hour, if not every hour, every few hours, so you get that thumb flexing and extending. So 15 reps of that. After that, you can go ahead and do thumb around the world, and what he would do is open his palm and move his thumb in a full circle as big as he can get it, and do that 15 times around. After you've done it 15 times in one way, you're going to want to go ahead and reverse it the other way and do that 15 times. Good. Now make sure you're trying to get the biggest range of motion too when you're doing it. So after some reverse around the world, you can go ahead and do fist releases. And what you're going to want to do is grab your fist, make a fist, and release. And when you release, you want to make sure that you're controlling it and not just opening it up right away. Make sure when you're making your fist, you're squeezing with that thumb as well. Good. So that as well, you would want to do 15 times. All these exercises you can do in the same sequence. Okay, after a fist release, you can go ahead and do an opposition exercise. And what you would want to do is hold your hand like this, and you're going to want to touch the tip of your pinky to the tip of your thumb. So meet both distal ends together and then slowly release. Good. And you want to try controlling it to get to that distal end to distal end as much as possible. So go ahead and do that 15 times as well. Okay, another exercise that you can do is a thumb adduction with a rubber band. You can use different size rubber bands. A smaller rubber band like this would be to make it harder. So you wouldn't want to do this one right away. You want to start off with something bigger. So what you're going to do is put this behind your 4 fingers. Put this one to your thumb. You want to just try opening it slow and then back. Good. Good. And you want to make sure that you're controlling it. Okay. And so another exercise is a thumb opposition. So you want to go ahead and take the rubber band off. You want to take your other hand. You're going to put the rubber band right here. And take your other hand and pull it, and try to keep your thumb pulling it the opposite way. Good. And then slowly release it. And then do that again. And try to pull it back. Good. So you would also want to do that for about like 10 seconds. And those are some exercises that you can do after a thumb sprain to regain strength. So thank you.